Businesses that can produce more of that monthly recurring revenue are naturally just valued higher.
Welcome to another $4 million Strategies. This is your host, Carl J. Cox. Super excited today here. I'm Dave Ashworth. As we always say, this is the best 4 minutes in business. We encourage you to subscribe on YouTube and listen to this every single day. Dave, our topic today is a high percentage of recurring revenue. Why is that important to decrease the risk of your business?
Yeah, that's something that we've thought about a lot. Having an accounting practice, which we have historically, a lot of those are get work in once a year and then kind of have to keep doing that. We switched over to more of a monthly recurring model. And from what I've seen, like you talked about, it does lower the risk. And the reason for that I've found is you're building more relationship with client. You're getting to know them more. The relationships become more sticky, as you would say. And in addition to that, from what I've seen, businesses that can produce more of that monthly recurring revenue are naturally just valued higher. And so I felt like if I'm going to be building a business, I want to build the most valuable one that I can. And so I felt like the monthly recurring model where clients are just there, get in a good rhythm, and they typically stick around for a while just made the most sense for me.
Yeah, you nailed something that it is wonderful to have, once again, monthly. There's two different terms for those who are familiar with those, MRR and ARR. MRR stands for monthly recurring revenue. ARR stands for annual recurring revenue. It's really interesting, especially when it comes to subscription software companies or software as a service. When you get to this level, they actually don't just actually do your multiple based on EBITDA. They'll start doing your multiple based on revenue. Like, it changes the game of the value of your company, right? Because you're so much more sticky because people don't feel like they can leave you. So I'm kind of curious beforehand, when you had kind of perhaps a traditional model of just paying them for services, did you have a tendency of not having them stick around as much because like you did your work and then just walk away?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like every year where it kind of came back around, I had to kind of restart the selling process. I had to resell them again, like, hey, we should work together again, right? And yeah, after a while, that becomes kind of like, 3, 4, 5 years, it's gonna happen, right? But for the first couple of years, you're kind of reselling where if you get into kind of a more of a monthly, you're kind of just building. They already know that they're going to be there the next month, and then every month you're kind of building it in. There's no reselling process, and so I definitely felt like when we were doing that, we have our list of like, here's the 100 people we did last year. Who's going to come back? It's like, well, we think these are going to come. We're probably have to really focus on these, and then you're going to lose a bunch. It's kind of how it goes.
So I'm curious for you, one of the challenges when people get scared of the subscription model is two things. One, in getting that monthly payment, right? That's one thing. Let's just talk about that briefly. So what type of tactics do you do to help make sure that you're making sure you get that monthly thing? What, and like from a really tactical standpoint?
Yeah, so we set up all of our clients, when they sign the engagement letter, they have to fill out ACH information. And then we charge on the first of the month for the next month's services. So we charged our clients on June 1st for June services. And we just don't negotiate with that anymore. Like if you want to sign our engagement letter or work with us, you're going to fill out your ACH and you're going to get billed on the first of the month before we do anything. And we send an invoice that it's paid, but we're not like sending invoices, collecting checks or anything like that. We won't even accept anything outside of that. And it's interesting. You think that would like deter people, but since we've done that, I can't remember one person that has pushed back on that.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Dave, thank you so much. I think this was a great discussion on how to help increase the value of your business by creating a higher percentage of recurring revenue. Thank you so much, Dave.